What's going on, Red Wolves fans? It's Justin Parks here with our first episode of Inside the Den. Hey, today we have guests
Noah Flores
and
Chauncy Cobb, wide receiver, number 2.
Yep. So these guys have been working very hard in the off season. Obviously, Chauncey's been here, for the past 3 years, going on his 4th year now. I remember he was a freshman going against them every day. He would be cooking us sometimes. You got Noah here. I hosted him on his official visit here, so it was really good, to get him, sealed in, locked in with the Red Wolves. So I guess we can start really with, Chauncy, just tell us a little something about yourself, your story here, obviously, your journey getting here to Arkansas State,
Okay, yeah, so I'm Chauncy Cobb, originally from a small town named Closer, Florida, very down south, close area to Palm Beach. I got here January 2023. It's been a long journey, I can say, but I didn't play my first 2 years here. Well, I didn't play as much as I wanted to. I just kept my head down and look up to the older guys, as Justin Parks been one of them. Him motivating me to keep my head down, just keep going. And eventually I had my time to play last year, and I took advantage of it, I can say. And I can say I got one younger brother. My father, he was deceased when I was 10 years old. And my uncle, he was stepped out to be my father figure. He was deceased 2 years after that. So I can say growing up, it wasn't the best lifestyle, but I took advantage of it. And my nana and my mother just pushed me to be the best version of myself daily.
I'm Noah Flores, cornerback number 3. I'm from Sandy, Utah. 30 minutes south of Salt Lake City, Utah. I got here this last January. I was at Utah State for the last 3 years. Originally, I was a walk-on. So my freshman year, I walked on. And then the summer going into my sophomore year, blessed, but I got put on scholarship. Played a little bit that year. And then 2025, played a little bit. And then, just transferred here. I got a beautiful family, my mom, Katie, dad, Rob, and my sister, Delaney. And I just want to give a little shout out to them because I would not be here if it wasn't for them. They've pushed me and they've believed in me when no one else did. And I just think, my family and just being a walk-on is honestly the best thing that ever happened to me because it taught me a lot.
Yeah. No, that's dope. I think the biggest thing I took from that is just you definitely one of our best players on defense. I feel like, in my honest opinion, believe it or not, a lot of guys really look up to you, and that's kind of hard to find in this, this now modern era of college football. You got people coming in, then the portal, everything like that. Got to get to know a new team. Then you don't have as many young guys as you used to. You don't have those 30, 40 freshmen coming in like you did 6-7 years ago. So how being going the walk-on route, a lot of uncertainty in that, how did that fuel you, drive you, especially that first year at Utah State, man? Because if I didn't know that, if I just seen you play, you'd be like, oh man, this boy probably 3-4 star out of high school, you know what I'm saying? At least at the very least. So how did that fuel your drive your freshman year, prove your point, basically?
I would just say, obviously, since I was little, I've had a passion for football. I knew that God put football in my heart for a reason. And I just, didn't get recruited out of high school, but I knew I could play. And I just didn't let anything stop me. At the end of the day, my one goal was I want to be able to just say that I gave it everything I got compared to just being what if. So every day I just hit the field, hit the weights, made sure, I got the right sleep. Every little detail to make sure that I could put myself up for success, whenever that looked like. If it was a year, 2 years, 3 years, I just knew that I wanted to play college football and I wanted to play at a high level. So I just bet on myself and just gave it everything I got and just allowed God to just work through me and just put me exactly where I needed to go. But it just taught me a lot of discipline being a walk-on. Nothing is ever. It's earned, not given in everything you do. So just you got to go get it. Not just in football, just everything in your life. You just got to go get it. You got to wake up every single day. You got to find your why. You got to have discipline. And you just got to do it for something bigger than yourself. And I just want to just prove just everyone wrong. Everyone who overlooked me, said I wasn't going to play. And so I just take pride in being a walk-on, just having that chip on my shoulder.
Yeah. No, it's good because like I said, you and Chauncey, kind of like two opposite stories. You know, I remember watching like Chauncy, you know, out of high school, 3-star, then that viral Instagram post of him, Chauncy running like this, then look at the dude throwing up the deuces, you know what I'm saying? Then you meet him, like, oh, that was me. It's like, dang, like, that's one thing college taught me, is just like, you meet so many people, like, there's so many I done met so many internet sensations being here at this school, or just like viral football clips, or it could just be, you know, content creators. It's just like amazing to see. But, you know, Chauncy, like, I feel like seeing your whole process, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you say you didn't play your first 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I felt like, you know, you definitely, like, I feel like I wanted you to personally now, but like just being at the Arkansas game as a spectator fan, you know, first time, and our God knows how long of just watching the game without like being prepared, and then seeing you get that kickoff return touchdown, man, it was so special. But like, I think I was probably one of the happiest person on that field, because just seeing like your whole story, you know, me, you, Jalen being at Eddie House, just kicking talking about the futures, you know what I'm saying? Then you just never gave up. One thing being here 4 years, I've seen so many people be so athletically given, like having the most talent, and then they just like giving up because it ain't going their way at that time, you know? And like, you just talk to us like, man, like, how did you overcome that? Like, how? Because that's one thing that's missing college football, is just that piece of overcoming adversity.
I can say like how I overcome adversity. I just kept my head down and working, because I knew like God didn't bring me here for no reason. Like, He brought me here for a reason. Like, I didn't make it here by mistake. I can say I know I was undersized growing up and everything like that, but He put me in this platform for a reason. And I take it as like, okay, maybe He's teaching me a lesson. Maybe my first year wasn't my time yet. The next year wasn't my time yet. But He put it on stage in the year after that. And God be the blessed, like my first game that I ever played, I returned a kick, like a touchdown back. So I just feel like He put me on the big stage for a reason. And maybe it was just my time to show them like all the gifts He's been waiting to show like the world, I can say. But I can just say like, just keep my head down, just grinding, and just like not giving up on like my preparation of myself, like working when nobody's looking. I can just say like that took me a long way. Also, just like, I know like you don't see results as fast as you want to, but I just feel like you just keep working, they'll always come to the light.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. That was just special to see, man. So when did you feel like you made the turning point, you know, into knowing like, hey, I'm finna like play this year? Like, because obviously I wasn't here in the off season, like I was going doing my own thing back at the house training. But like, when did you feel like you like made that turning point, you know, that final stretch of like, hey, I'm finna like, this finna be my year?
I can say when I first came, that's when we brought in Courtney Jackson. He played for the Giants now. Shout out to Courtney Jackson. I can say he was like one of the people that I always looked up to. Also, he was like one of the older guys, and he like, I can say I like growing up story was like similar. So he always gave me his background. I gave him my background. He was like, bro, I used to be in your same shoes. That's what I did. But Lil, you got to do better than I did. This right here. So just like taking his advice, and then just keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to doubt yourself at times. You know what I'm saying? When you don't see the result that you want, but you just got to keep going, keep fighting. And I can't say like, when I seen that schedule, like I had an opportunity, which like when he left, him dropping gems on me before he left, and me just applying them, and just keep my head down, and just keep going. And it's like, now I just say like, now that I'm in the position that I'm in now, I'm not just like competing with the people that's in my like receiver room. I'm competing with other people in the country now at this point. You know what I'm saying? Not just like the receiver that are like that's on the team, or like a team that's on the team. Like I'm competing with every receiver that's across the country right now.
And I feel like it's so funny you say that. I feel like the great ones are the ones that like have success in this conference, are really in the countries. They think that way. Like that was like me in a nutshell. Like, you know, Butch always used to say it, like Coach Jones always used to say it, like you is 131 starting stars in the country. You know what I'm saying? Like in a weight room, I'm having all this success, you know, on the field, off the field, but it's like that thought in my mind that while I do the extra work on Saturdays and Sundays, if I go out of town, like if I have fun, I still gotta like, you know, do the work, because like it's somebody in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, still working out, thinking about you. Somebody in Huntington, West Virginia, somebody in Miami, Florida. It could be Salt Lake, Utah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that thought always, like, you want to be have success at this level, you got to always think like that, or you ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? You'll beat some teams, you'll have some success, but when it counts, it's like the football guys always find a way. You gonna line up across somebody that did the work when you didn't do it. and
I ain't
you
lie,
exposed.
I feel the same way also though. Like I'm very competitive. I know y'all too is too. Like when I'm not working, I feel like somebody's getting better than me.
Yeah.
Always.
And I dislike that feeling. So it's like, you feel me?
Sick to your stomach.
Yeah,
Feeling
like-
have you sick to your stomach, bro. I don't care what nobody say, because you know, like, you know they working. Like,
Yes.
but so let's get into accolades. You know, me myself, you know, the bowl game MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, but
Man.
just like awards, you know, I know you was a nominee for the Burlsworth, which is I didn't really know how big it, I knew Brandon Burlsworth, just the movie, watching the movie, then like just seeing the trophy, like, and like seeing how special it is to have a story like that, like yourself. Like, how did it feel being nominated for that award?
It was dope because I actually watched that movie like I think my senior year. My mom showed it to me, and I just thought it was crazy. Like, I never thought I was gonna be a walk on, but I just thought that story was crazy. Like, he just outworked everybody, and rest in peace. But you know, he had a beautiful life. And so like full circle moment, like when I didn't even know I was getting nominated, but we had like a little team meeting. And then he was just like, we have someone that's nominated for this. I don't even know it was me. And then I got it, have the little plaque. And it's right next to my bed every time I wake up. So I don't know. It was cool just to like kind of see the hard work pay off, just in a little like shape or fashion. But I look at it every day, and it kind of just reminds me like kind of where I came from, and like, you know, that's a good little stepping stone. But it's I'm not done in any shape or form. But
No doubt, special story. Then
Yeah.
it's just, that's a blessing. I don't think
Yeah,
many people, any award I got nominated for, it could have been the community service award, which I got nominated a couple of times. It's like just a blessing, man. It's like, I think a lot of times we get in new environments, and then we want to continue to elevate, and that's the goal. But then, like, I think what, you know, grounds me the most is like, remember where I come from. Remember like I was a kid in the basement just playing out scenarios. I'm being in the big college stadiums, then playing in them stadiums is like, you finally happen. Just gotta thank God.
Amen.
You know, you got here for sure. So like, you Mr. First Team All Conference, you know what I'm saying? Then you got academic All American honor roll here. So how just like how special it was, you know, just to find out you was, you know, First Team All Conference.
I can say that was like when I first ever found out. I went home, I thank God, and I dropped a few tears. I ain't gonna lie. It was just like, that's all, like a kid coming from a small town, not giving up. That's all he ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I called my parents. I called them, told them. They was crying with me. They was praying, thanking Jesus and everything like that. So I can say like that. That was a big one for me. I can say, because like as a college football player, all you want to do is win to get, you know what I'm saying, get nominated for stuff like that. And like, just like he said, like, that's a blessing. Like, I sleep with the accolade things, the plaque in my room too. Every time I wake up, I see it. So it's like, just like he said also earlier, just like, okay, I did that last year. What can I do this year to be better than that? So like he said, we're not done yet.
That's just amazing to see that y'all so humble, bro. There's so many people that get caught up in that, and then they just turn into a whole different person. I've seen it so many times. And it's like, you forget the process that got you there, and then you get humbled. You get humbled, and that's that's the worst feeling, is being humbled. But so obviously you knew on the block, you know what I'm saying? You knew here. So what is your, you know, day-to-day life? What is your day-to-day schedule, you know, looks like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be in the morning, schedule, praying, anything.
Okay. So I would say wake up, like if we got to lift early, wake up like hour 30 before. Obviously, yes, get my prayers in, kind of just set the day, set the tone. Ask Jesus to put anything on my heart that he needs me to accomplish. And then I go to the embassy, get a great omelet, get some biscuits and gravy.
Shout out to embassy.
Shout out Embassy. Shout out Zane, shout out Chris. They be making some fire omelets. Get that, and then I go to the lift, get a great lift in, and then I got class. I got class every day from like 9:30 to like 12:50. And then from there, I'll go back to the facility, get some treatment, eat, make sure I'm ready for either practice or meetings. And then we got usually team meeting 2:30 around then. And then, you know, just make sure, you know, we watch over the film or get ready for the next day. And then that's till like 5, 6. And then usually get some more treatment after that. And then I go home like 7, 8-ish. Sometimes play the game.
You know what happened on those sticks. Hey, you know what happened on those sticks. I get active on the NCAA.
Don't listen.
Ask about me.
Play the game a little bit sometimes. Either like watch a show, call my folks back home, call some of my boys, and then sleep 10:30, and then repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now do you go to sleep at 10:30 or 12:30?
I do. I get my Z.
So is he really like that for real?
Is he really? Yeah.
And is he the-
No,
man.
he's a cheater.
Man,
cheater.
oh, you've been in the same room.
He runs
something serious.
glitchy
He's something serious on
plays.
that
He
game.
runs glitchy plays.
I can't say that. He's something serious on that when that comes. So yeah.
Nah, he nice. He nice.
I ain't
I'm not
gonna
gonna lie.
He's
He
something
nice.
serious.
He nice.
I ain't gonna. My philosophy is I'm not gonna let you do what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay.
You're gonna do what I make you do. You know what I'm saying?
He one of those players
I'm
like
gonna get on mid. I'm gonna tell you now, mid blitz 0.
that's how you
Yeah,
already know.
I switch up off of it too. I run variations. It ain't like I'm a one trick pony. You gotta adjust. And that's what mess a lot of people up. You know, so he good. He's solid though. He's solid.
Yeah.
But
He picked the best.
He said he was the
fastest
best at Utah
LSU
State.
team. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, speed kills.
Speed does.
Speed kills.
Speed
Speed
kills.
kills. He just speed. He just speed. So we got the senior citizen over here. So what is your day-to-day schedule? What does it consist of?
So I get up daily like 6:45 ish. Well, it depends on if we got lifts and everything. We got lifts. I wake up like 6. You know what I'm saying? So I get up. I gotta take a shower when I get up. I feel like that starts my day. I always have to. After I get out the shower, I do my daily prayers. I'm sorry, daily prayers. You know what I'm saying? I don't check my phone until like I leave the house. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't get on social media until I leave home.
Yeah.
But I wake up, I text when I see my family text me, they text me, I instantly text them back. So that's my morning routine right there. Oh, I journalize also. I get up in the morning, I journalize, I write down, like I read from what I wrote like the night before to see what I did all day or see what I was going through. So I always write down like what I want to accomplish that day in the morning time. Then I usually leave the house and then just like No Flow said, the embassy. Shout out to the embassy, man. Good breakfast every morning. You know what I'm saying? That's mandatory. And then like if we got workouts, we go train. I always get to squeeze some treatment in between classes. I got classes every day. You know what I'm saying? So but I always squeeze treatment in between there. And then if we got lifts, we lift. And then after that, more treatment. Then we go to class, and then I come back for more treatment after that. And then depends on if we got meetings and anything. If we got meetings, then we get ready for meetings. If we got practice, we go get tape, you know what I'm saying? Go kick it in the training room, make sure everybody head space right before we go out to practice. And then we just get dressed. And we usually have a team meeting. And then by that time, it's position time. And then by that time, you're ready to tie your cleats and get ready for practice. Yeah. Then after practice, I can say, like, we always watch film together. Like I say, it has been like the DBs and receivers and some of the quarterbacks. But majority of them, we all been watching film together after practice. We always leave the building kind of late. We grab some grub, and then by that time you go home, it's ready to restart your day.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like that's like the missing piece. That's what makes teams successful. That's the difference between a 5-win, 8-win team right there. Just the extra piece of just post practice watching film. But then like I could say y'all, do it probably even better than most. It's just watching like, the whole different side of the ball.
Well, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Seeing this perspective. You control a little bit. Cross them up or whatever. But it's like it just, creates that connection. It creates, football intelligence, which is needed, to be a successful team. So I feel like, y'all, I wasn't here last spring, but I can feel like just in terms of that aspect, y'all are like light years ahead. I feel like it's one of the more connected teams, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff y'all do outside of the building, you know what I'm saying? Just the camaraderie. I feel like, you can have, everything transfer portal, but if you don't have that connection, those teams still will truly win. But now, like, let's start, like, we got schedules, things like that. But let's say, like circumstances, injuries, things like that. Like me, I was probably one of the more injured people you will ever meet. 2 shoulder surgeries, 2 ankle surgeries, still having to do schoolwork on top of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I never made an excuse. You'll be sad for a little minute, but like, you got to overcome that. My biggest thing when I was here, like every time I take 2 steps forward, I get knocked 4 steps back. But like that resiliency, I always try to show, because it wasn't for my personal satisfaction. I do everything to increase my play, but it's just show the people around me, hey, like I've done this before. You know what I'm saying? I got to practice what I preach. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like what in your life or really just being here, has it been like any injuries or any setbacks that, that you had to overcome, you know, and persevere through?
Injuries, thankfully, no injuries. I would just say kind of just being like new. Obviously coming from Utah State, being there for 3 years, leaving all my boys, having to come here, kind of build the connection with everybody, proving myself to everybody, proving like a leader, just on the field, off the field. But I would just give a shout out to all of them. Like, they make it easy to just kick it and just be comfortable with them. Like, they're just all good people. They got good values. Like, and you know, Coach Jones does a great job about like emphasizing like a connection as a team, because you know we could be so talented, but if we don't got that connection, like we're not going to win no games, and that could be the reason why we win some games. So I would say that was just kind of like the most challenging things. Also too, this is a little one, but I would say having class every day, because I used to be all online, but Butch makes us go in person, so I got in person every day. But it's a good reminder that like, one, I am here for football, but I mean it's a blessing to get my school paid for, so I mean that is very important. And you know, with all this crazy stuff, it's a blessing to have or to be tired from like the work that I used to pray for. I used to pray to be a Division I athlete. So like, just reminding myself that like, even if my days are crazy, like I leave the house at 6, don't get home till 9. Like, it's sometimes it does suck, but I mean it's a blessing, and like you do find joy in it.
Yeah. What about yourself?
I can say for me, it's like, no, God, thank you. I ain't never had any serious injuries. I can say like a setback. It was just like, I can say I can take it back when I first came here. You know how it is coming out of high school. You played like, you've been playing football. I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. Yeah. And I always played, been on the field. Then just a transition to here and realize like, dang, everybody same level I am, or even better. You know what I'm saying? So coming from straight out of high school playing, then coming here not to playing, it kind of set me back a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I had doubts on myself. That's when I can say, picked up the Bible more than I do, but more than I did back in high school. So I can say that was like a major setback for me. But I just know, like, just like I said earlier, like, God won't put me through battles that He can't get me out of. So maybe I'm finna play like, I had my mindset like, maybe I'm finna play like week 12 or something. Maybe I'm finna play like next season, the season after that. And then God bless, like, my time came. And then my time came, I just stayed true to myself. And like, even now, like, I don't feel like I'm better than anybody else on the team. But like, I gotta, like, just like you said, you gotta practice what you preach. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to be the leader that I am now on the team, just make it like, not just competing with only the guys in my room, but like also everybody else that's in the country. Yeah.
And that's the cost of leadership. I think a lot of people don't talk about that the most, you know. Like I said, being here, leading for 4 years, everybody try to find something that they'll just nitpick anything you do wrong. Like, you gotta come with it every day. You're gonna have shortcomings, you're gonna have downfalls, you're gonna have setbacks, you're gonna have things that don't go the right way. But you know what I'm saying? Like, every day you have to come with a certain level of intensity, and then you just can't, you have to be a man of your word. Like, leadership is the hardest thing. Like, I feel like in sports, like you have to be consistent. You got to show up every day. You know what I'm saying? The younger guys looking to you, you got to mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for quarterbacks, because quarterbacks win, lose, or draw, like, it's on them. You know what I'm saying? They get the blame. That's why them boys, Twitters be deactivated, IGs be on private. But
another thing though, I do want to give you a shout out to, Flo, because like I can say, you came in and like you bought it instantly. Like, we knew you was gonna be one of them ones when you came in, because like all you want to do is work, bro. You wanted to work and just get better. So I appreciate you buying it for the culture, bro. And like, hats off to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember me and you first got here in the indoor. Back pedal break. Back pedal.
That looked terrible.
Putting in work.
Yo, hold up.
I feel like it's just like going to Chauncy say, it's just so easy to coach you. I don't feel like the impact you made on this team, but just like the impact, you making around you. You want to make people elevate their play just by how you play. And just like, it's so hard to coach transfer sometimes in most cases. It's just so hard to get them bought into the culture, and then for you to, set the culture, and then now you're trying to enforce the culture that we have. I feel like, a lot of people, a lot of people may not say it, but we do appreciate it. That's for sure. So
appreciate y'all, man.
So what, how do y'all like, so talk to me about like your best play in spring so far. Like, What's been the best play?
Like just
that you had this spring? Best
me
play
or
how about
anybody?
best play ever? Like
Anybody?
Yeah, like your top moment like that you had. That you made.
Me?
So like your best play that you've ever made, like in football, like going back to your glory days, or it could have been recently, but everybody tend to go back to high school.
I would say our first game last year, it was against UTEP. And the whole season I thought I was gonna start. And then like the day before, coach said I was gonna be the third man. So like I was still gonna rotate, but I wasn't gonna be starting on the field. And this was like the first year I was really confident in my game. So I was like really excited to play. And didn't play. Corner got hurt for like 2 plays. The first 2 plays I was in, I caught a pick. It was like a cover 3. He ran like a seam. I jumped over top of it. It was just crazy. Like I just can still remember feeling like the crowd, seeing my teammates go crazy. Like I think that was probably the coolest and dopest play I've had. Just because like in that moment, like before that game too, even during the game, I was like, dang, like I should be out there. Like I had dreams, visions of being out there. Like a week before, I thought I was gonna be playing, and now I'm not. And then it kind of just taught me like you just got to make the most out of every opportunity. And went in, made a crazy play, and yeah, like I'll forever remember that moment. But I'll say probably that one.
Yeah, I can say for me it was like I can say one of them was like last season, like my first ever start. I caught a vertical, I caught it deep, and I just like I had it, but I caught it with my feet. So
that one was crazy.
I hit your feet, my feet, bro. Like my first start ever in college ball is like. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't make a play in years. I ain't played my first 2 years, well, as much as I wanted to play. But then like my first start ever, I get the first reception of the game, and it's just like for 50 yards. Yeah. And then we went out to win that game, and we scored that same drive. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? That was probably one of my best moments right there.
With your feet, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I got to see that
because I was driving up here. I was a little late. Driving up here, I seen it on Twitter. I was like, "Oh, I almost swerved off the interstate. I'm on Interstate 22 for this swerve on the road." No, it was crazy.
That was crazy though, man.
Yeah, for me, I think the best play I made was probably forced fumble bowl game. I think that wasn't like the most physically like, that wasn't the most physically impressive, but that was like best play because a lot of my teammates would tell you on defense. I said this runner, he was like 5'7", 5'6", but he was like 220 pounds. But it was a bowling ball. But I was like, every time he cut, he swing that ball out. And lo and behold, I'm going at an angle in the box. He kind of cut back on me, but lo and behold, he swung that ball, got the fingertips, pried it out. And it was after I dropped the interception, which was crazy. I only had 2 turnovers. They dropped the interception. They scored. Like it tipped up in the ball and they caught the ball. I'm like, oh my God. Like I was depressed. Came out of halftime. I don't normally look at my phone, but I had to look at my phone at halftime. And I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care. But I look at my phone. My homeboys texting me, man, how you drop that, man? Nah, you got to get him. I'm like, So everybody seen their phone blowing up. When I did got a fumble. Right after, like first play out of halftime, got the ball back. We won that game. It was just so special. I don't think Chauncy could attest to it because he got it a year after. But like that first year, we won 2 games. The second year, we won 3 games. You know, with Chauncy was a freshman, so you know, you can just imagine walking around the campus. You know, winning those, not winning as much. You know, just personal pride hurt, but just like the program completely flips around. You know, now we're back-to-back bowl champions, and then hopefully, striving for that Sun Belt, striving for that next step. You know what I'm saying? Like constant improvement, like we talked about. I just think like, it's just special, to be here to play here. You know what I'm saying? So that moment, stuck out to me the most though, because it's just like, bro, like just to win that first one, after losing that one in Montgomery, it was just like, that just make you feel great. But
who'd y'all play in the bowl game?
We played Bowling Green.
Okay.
Bowling Green. You don't know nothing about them.
It's a good little dub.
Yeah, good. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, they had a 3rd round draft pick at tight end. Yeah, he went crazy.
Well, he did go crazy. He did.
But it was definitely special. So what is like, because that's you first, how does like, the impact the community, us like I said, going to Twan Lee's house, like how big is the impact that the community has on this program?
I can say
I don't think a lot of people really understand
uh-huh.
like the impact the community, you know.
I can say the community they have like a very big impact, whether they know it or not. Like just by Twin Lee, shout out to Twin Lee. He always want to have us over for dinner every Sunday.
My
So,
guy.
like I can call him anything. Like I talked to him like last weekend. I called him to check in on him. He, you know what I'm saying? He said I can come over this weekend. He gonna cook dinner and everything. But like the community, I can say I feel like they play like a big part because like they always acknowledge us like athletes. Like they might know us, but we might not know them. I can say it like that. And I always had the mindset is like I love meeting new people and like you never know like who you gonna need in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I feel like the community they do great things and like we appreciate y'all for supporting us and like even the fans little do y'all know y'all matter also.
Yeah, no, obviously, he ain't been here, but now I'll say one thing, you know, from my personal experience that you experience people, you know, that know you, like you said, and but you don't know them, but obviously because you knew. But I feel like just the biggest thing is just they'll help you, you know, on the football field, but also off the football field, just giving you whether it's financial literacy, you know, things like that, a meal here and there. Like one guy, Tim Ponder, he's one of our boosters. He always every Thanksgiving he comes and cooks crawfish and shrimp. It's been 6 years that I'm making now.
Bust down too. Shout out to him.
You know what I'm saying?
Bust
So
down.
it's just
He did.
like the support that you'll get here, you know, is like, you know, second to none, to be honest with you. I feel like, you know, we can't do anything we do without, you know, I feel like the community support, you know, like having, you know, a home base behind your back, you know what I'm saying, knowing people that really care about you genuinely on and off the field.
Yeah.
That's huge, you know, all the sponsorships, all the, you know, restaurants in town, you know, Sue's Kitchen when I was playing, you know, shout out Mr. John, they always used to, you know, hook us up to Embassy. You know, I feel like one thing you'll experience is a true love, you know, and, you know, having people behind you. So what is your goals and aspirations for this season?
Really, I just want to win. I think I've never been a part of a team that's won in college. I've never been a part of a team that has won a conference championship. And so obviously I feel like that's the main goal is win a conference championship, no matter how that looks like, no matter what that looks like. I just want to win. And I think like from what it looks like, we definitely got the talent and we got the coaches to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that's number one. And then number two, really just have fun with it. I just want to, you know, play my best ball, whatever that looks like, contribute, whatever that looks like, and then just have fun with it. Because, you know, I only got 2 years left and it's been flying by. So I want to enjoy it because you never know when your last day is.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely a conference championship, Sun Belt.
I can say for me, I'm with No Flow. I can say conference championship. Like, oh yes, we won two back-to-back bowl games, but like now I feel like it's time to push for another level. I can say like that. So like No Flow said, like I feel like we have the talent to do it. We have the coaches to do it. And I wouldn't say it's all on us, but it's just like we have to put our mind and our attitude and our work ethic in to do it. And like I can say it doesn't start in August. It starts like now. It started when we got back in January. I can say that. And I can just say like I just want to be the best version of myself daily. Like I just want to have fun with it also because like I know like being an athlete, it takes a whole lot of toll on your body and your mind. I can say like that. But I just say like finding joy in like what I do, like what I do for a living every day. Because like I love football. Football is like one of the things I only got other than my family and God. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I can say like that's like just finding joy in what I do every day.
So just circling back, how do y'all feel like the impact, you know, we in two different eras, I got the experience both of the eras, pre-NIL and post-NIL era. So like how like has impactful NIL been, you know, to you guys?
I can say NIL it's been very impactful. It's just like, but I feel like it's pros and cons of it. Like the pros, I love how like we can get paid for like what we do. Like it's a business at this point now.
Yeah.
But like the cons of it, I just don't like how like you could just like a team or a coach can throw a whole lot of money at this one player just for him to leave this one team that he been going through war with. You know what I'm saying? 2 years, something like that. But now he just gonna chase the more money that you know what I'm saying that the other school is offering. So I just don't like that. But like at the same time, I feel like it's pros and cons of it. Like everybody might have different opinions of it.
Yeah. I would say kind of say what CO said. Pros and cons, I think it's a great ability to connect and it's a great ability to you know, we work our whole lives to play football. So, you know, at the college level to get paid, it's awesome. But like you said, there's negatives too. Like if it controls you, it could be really bad. Or if you like only focus on NIL and the money or the sponsorships you're gonna get, then I feel like it could really drag you down because you know you're here to play football. You're not here to do all the other stuff. So I mean, there's pros and cons to it, but it is kind of crazy that like that we are a part of it. Like you know what I'm saying, that like college football has been going on for a minute, and the fact that we get to do it, it's also a little, it's a blessing.
Yeah, it is. Just think about it. We've been on video games. It was the first video game to come out in years, and all this is crazy. Like I said, just like anything else, agreeing with y'all, just pros and cons to it. I feel the biggest thing, like I said, pros is just like being able, you know what I'm saying? Like I see a lot of good in it, like taking the teammates out to eat, teammates that don't make as much, you know, people that helping them out, you know what I'm saying, whether it's food, you know what I'm saying? I've seen players take coaches out. So I feel like it does good, you know, because like, you know, they've been making, you know, NCAA makes a lot of money from us. Everybody loves football. So, you know, for us to get back, you know, it's hard being a college student, but then be able to have some money to go back home on holidays, see your people, you know what I'm saying? So then the cons of it, I just feel like just not letting that money get to your head, you know what I'm saying? Just going from school to school, because like at the end of the day, I feel like most of these guys don't realize though, you won't end up having a home to come back to. Like you having these reunions and you're like, oh, I've been to 7 different schools or 4 different schools in 4 different years.
Crazy.
It's crazy. It is crazy. But this is our first episode of Inside the Den. You know, obviously I want to thank Noah and I want to thank Chauncy for coming. You know, these guys, you know, they've been working very hard for us during, you know, the off season. You know, I'm expecting a lot from these two, but I'm just really, you know, every day in the locker room, just going to keep challenging, you know, to have an impact on the locker room, you know, because at the end of the day, we want to go to the places where we want to go is going to be on the leadership of y'all two boys. I know it's asking a lot for you, you know what I'm saying, being new, coming in, just trying to learn the team DNA, the core values, you know, things like that.
Well, I mean, I would say, shout out CO. He's a great person to look up to because when I first came in, like I didn't know who the leaders were going to be, I didn't even know anything about Arkansas State, but he definitely stood out just by the way he worked and like just obviously I pulled up the film, went crazy. So I mean, having people like him kind of leads me in the right direction because I mean, you know, it allows me to kind of like be like, okay, I need to work on this or I need to do this, and so it really just elevates me because you know, iron sharpens iron. So I mean,
every time,
really seeing someone else that could do it too.
No doubt. Yeah. Nah, it was definitely great talking to y'all boys, man. You know,
appreciate you for having us, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Looking forward to a big year for y'all boys. So let's get it.
Yes, sir.